I found its spirit, vision God's democracy. You love these in the world. This is the Lord. This is the Lord. Aloha and good morning.
Good
Welcome to Harmony
morning.
Church of Light. Oh, what a great crowd we got. My hands on here. So it's a real blessing to see you guys. Get right into the service because it's so powerful. We've got Aldine to do the prayer. And, we do a prayer a little different than everybody else because, we do closing prayers. But Aldine is the lead this whole story right now. But it's to open up this whole journey because we believe that the Meridian Way is the way we do it right now. So she's going to go up and do the Lord's Prayer and get Aldine to come up, please.
Good morning, everyone. It's nice to see everyone. I didn't get to see everyone in the beginning. So, kamakua ke kiki a me kauhani hemalele hami. We go into our hearts and pray with. E koma kuila kokalani. E hoano hia. Kohi noa, e hiki mai ko aupuni, e malama ia ko make maka honua nei, e liki me ia malama ia, makalani la, e hawi mai a mako I ke ia la, I aina mako, no nei ala, e kala mai hoia mako, I ka mako ngā bihala ana, me mako e kala nei, I ka poe lawe hala, I ka mako. Mai ho'oku oia mako I ka ho'owaliwali ia mai, e ho'opa kele no nei a mako, I ka ino, no ka mea, no ke aupuni, a me ka mana, a me ka ho'onani I a malo aku, Amen.
Okay, we just sleep now. I said I didn't say hello to everybody, but I did say hello to everybody outside because you are the one reason we're even doing this thing right now. Before I introduce Peter Bowman and his Zen moments, I want to tell you what a blessing, what a blessing it is. You can't see over here. The gutters over here. As I was saying, never mind. It's just what we're going to do right now is don't do handshakes, and we've been hugging all morning anyway, so that's all right. But get one more time to do it because what I want you to do out there, and I have friends out there I know are watching, and they don't have anybody in the house because they're one person in the house. But I know this one lady's got a cat, and she should go get the cat if you get out of the covers. But give the cat a hug, and because you got to hug something. If you don't, just give her a hug yourself. Because I tell you this thing, hugging is the important part of how we live church life. So if you all join me and you out there, get somebody, go out in the bedroom where you might be, and get somebody and give a hug. Just tell us, I want to hug you, that's fine. And let it go. But just give a hug, right? please join us as we do the hugs. As one. Thank you. That's
I'm also looking weird.
You can't get out. It's all good.
Yeah, out of control. Oh, yeah, probably now the cameraman's up Here we go. Okay, check your.
Hey, good morning. Another Sunday. There you go. That's the cold More than 4 minutes?
All right.
Oh, it is? Got it. I didn't know that.
Okay. You ready? It's kind of we do something not many churches do, but we do Zen moments with Peter Bowman. He's only got 4 or 5 minutes to do this whole process, so bear with us, but I can tell you this, he's got a good one this morning.
Only this church has Peter.
Thank you. I don't have to do anything. I'm done.
Even the Zen churches
I
don't.
already got it. It's gonna be good. It's good. Thank you, Kahu, and good morning. Blessings, everybody. Blessings. I start by telling you guys this week, this last 7 days has been extremely eventful. Better choose that word correctly. Eventful. Because I don't feel like, I have a promise to myself that I won't speak in ways that make me look like I'm a victim. So yes, very eventful this week. I had 2 big challenges this week. And I got some time to reflect on these big challenges and what it means in my life and what it means to me and what it may possibly mean to all of you too. So anyway, the first 2 events that were so challenging were getting the stomach flu on Monday, and then yesterday I did a very challenging motorcycle ride also. So the stomach flu one, I realized that getting sick the challenge is, it's kind of like the control that I usually feel or have over my life or my situation was kind of taken away. And then it's kind of like you're at the whim of bacteria or the bug or whatever it is, you know, the universe is telling you it's time to be sick. And so that was very challenging. Luckily, I didn't have any commitments that I couldn't cancel, so. But it took me to the point where I was so sick that I went unconscious. And that was scary for me because I've had that before, and I thought, I always had this feeling like if I go unconscious, I'm gonna pass away. And so I thought that it may not be true, but that's what I was feeling. And this time I woke up out of it and realized that I'm still alive. So, you know, a near-death experience is kind of challenging for me. It's up there, it rates, right? That was one thing. And then yesterday, we did this trail called Stairway Trail, where you have to go through a valley and then you have to come out and go up this long, long stairway, and you have to ride your motorcycle up the stairs. And so, you know, we got to a point, we did a bunch of trails, we got to a point, and my friend said, that took us there, he said, you guys want to do Stairway Trail? I'm not going to go because I'm feeling a little tired. I'm going to go back to the truck. You guys want to go? And we were all properly warmed up and stuff, so we all said, yeah, we want to go. And he goes, well, I'm not going to go, you know, because I'm kind of tired. I just got back from a trip in the mainland. So he went that way, and we went down into the valley to do this Stairway Trail. And going through that valley was some of the most challenging areas that I've ever been in. And it was super muddy and slick and hard to get through, just even walking or trying to drive. And so me and these 3 other guys ended up helping each other, pulling our motorcycles up these and over these things and all these obstacles going through this valley. And the valley never seemed to end. And we were just going, what did we get ourselves into? You know, we had no idea, and it had gotten a lot worse over the rainy season and stuff. So that was another challenge. And then getting to the end of that, we had some times when we were all getting very tired, and some of the guys were so tired that they'd be going along a cliff, and they were just so tired they couldn't turn, and they go over the cliff, and we'd have to pull them back up the cliff, or something like that. And it just kept getting more and more intense. And at one point, I went to check out the trail, and I heard this, and I looked, and there was this huge wild pig that I almost stepped on, and he just lashed out at me. Lucky thing he didn't get me, but I guess he had been wounded by a hunter or something. He was laying in the mud, and I couldn't even see him. He was all muddy. But you know, we ended up getting out of there, but we had to help each other, and there was a lot of crashes where I'd turn around and look, and here's this 250-pound guy laying inside a ravine with this motorcycle on top of him. And if I heard a lot of F-bombs, then I knew that he was okay. But it was to the point where later on, I wouldn't hear anything. And then I was kind of concerned, you know, is he out or hurt so bad that he can't even talk? Anyway, long story short, we got everybody out of there, and just by helping each other. But I realized that what is the challenge of this? You know, Kahu talks about 5 or 50. He came up with this analogy, 5 or 50. And that's like, is it going to take 5 steps to come out of this, to solve this problem, to make a move where you're at the next level or at the next step? Or is it going to take 50? And you don't know. And so, you know, when I got sick and yesterday, I realized that at some point along the line, I had to watch what I was doing, because I started thinking this shouldn't be this way, or I just got to do something to get out of this situation. When I went on the internet and started reading about stomach flu, it said all these things you can do. And then at the very end of that, it said, you can't do anything. You have to let it run its course. That's the wisdom. That's God talking right there. You have to let it run its course. So my message is, don't disrespect the 50. In other words, if you have a big lesson that's challenging you, what we usually do is we look and we go, what am I doing wrong? Or, how can I change this situation so that I can get out of it or move to the next level or whatever. But sometimes you're fighting the wall and you need to listen to that thing that says, it's a 50. Respect that. You gotta let it run its course. You gotta let it happen. You fighting it, it's not gonna happen. You let it run its course. You allow it. You accept it, and then you do what you know how to do. I was telling these guys trying to get up these ridiculous hills, you gotta move your wheel over here. You gotta put your over there. And they weren't listening. And then they'd crash and I'd have to go pull them out. And it's like, why aren't they listening to me? And then I realized, they haven't taught physics for 10 years and they have their own way of doing things. And I just got to go with the flow. And so we all got out eventually, and they wanted to be macho and pick it up, do it like that. And then they zap their energy, and the next time they tried to ride, they'd end up off a cliff. I said, it's because you're tired, And so there was lessons for all of us, but my main lesson to you, or message to you today, is to take a look. And when you're struggling, take a look. Maybe this is a 50. Maybe this is bigger than what you see. And think about that message that came through the internet. It said, you just gotta let it run its course. Sometimes that's the best way. Blessings.
What is that? Good words. Is this leaving out? Yeah. Stand up and.
Morning, everyone. I got one of those lessons just like Peter, but I didn't have to go on the trail. I have it right on my nose. Kabo's topic or message, healing message today, titled Exploring the Creator's Lesson Plan. Exploring the Creator's lesson plan for you and me. Every challenge in life is a gateway to further understand the Creator and the Creator within. Healing the lesson plan that appears in the physical realm is a lesson of love that ages the soul.
Now that, I've explained to 2 or 3 people prior to today. They all said, Even the cars don't
They ain't even agreeing with you, look at that.
How can we explore the creator's life? Because we're all creators. We're all part of the same creation. And the God creator, the creator force of life, you understand, it's not so far out there. It's right here with us. I look at this young man here and I look, this is a God creator, this is a creator. Wow, that's so cool. I look at my wife and lady back here. What I'm saying to you is we got to learn this thing. What Peter was saying right now, I'll take a look at his journey as well. He said, you got to remember the 50. Maybe you got to remember the 70 or the 85 or the 100 times, because we're going with her, she's mentioned her nose, so she opened the gate. It's been a long journey with it, but I can tell you this, I never gave up. I would never give up. And I decided to give her healing every night this week. In fact, tonight's the last night. Tomorrow night. Anyway, I gave her a powerful healing. And I got more than she did. I swear to God. I'm going to tell you about a couple of them. I had the Arcturians come in here because Gail Jan is the healing, does the healings here, and she has these two little blue people in her mind comes in and they talk to her and they tell her what to do. And maybe not, but anything. Last night, not before last, I was going to invite the Elven world. Elven world, what's the Elven world? Well, I can tell you the Elven world are much stronger than you would believe because they are a focus in themselves. Anyway, these two beautiful, I think I'm crazy, but I'm not. These two beautiful ladies came in, and one had silver hair and one had blue hair. Wow, so beautiful. And so I was wondering what they want to do, and I said something, they didn't like it, and they just told me, don't say that. I said, okay. Even my meditation is giving me a hard time. But it was so powerful, and I can tell you, that was the deal breaker, right? Because we started that one, not last night, the night before last, and yesterday morning, she got up and the whole world erupted around her nose. It's not about her nose, it's the 5 or 50. You're going to get from here to there. If I reach that, I can see Paul back there. I know it's going to take me at least probably 10 or 12 paces to get out there, right? Not the 5, but 10 or 12 paces to get there, right? If I take off and I get as far as here, right here, and I say, Paul, what happened? Well, one thing you're going to do, you pull up a chair, you sit down and cry. It's not bad. It's not bad to cry. Or you get angry. It's not bad to get angry, as long as you don't get overly angry. Because if you get overly angry, then you do some things you know it's not going to be good. It steps you back a little bit, and that's the key. You're going 5 or 50. You got to get from 5 to 50, whatever you're going to do. But you've got to know that if you don't do it right now, you've got to be aware. You've got to reach out to your brothers and sisters on your airplane, and that's you folks. And that's why we reach out to you and to you folks. And you guys reach in here, and I can tell you, Patty's told me a couple times, Tom, how, I understand that, but understand what I'm saying. Everything we've got to do, you've got to know you're going to play a part in this. We have a friend right now who's going through a cancer situation, and it's pretty serious because maybe she's listening or not, maybe not. But I'll tell you this thing, it's pretty serious. But you look at this lady, you wouldn't think she was even a little stomachache or something, you know? She's so powerful. She came in for healing a couple days ago, and I put my hand in it, oh my God. But she told me after, she said, every time I touched my hand would glow green. Alvin, but that's, yeah, she said she pancreatitis, and it's gotten into the liver. Well, they told her 6 months to live and blah, blah, blah. But leading up to this journey right now, she's going to go to Mexico. And I'm not suggesting everybody go to Mexico. But she decided she's going to go to Mexico, and she's going with the full flavor of this whole process. We take her daughter with her, we make notes for us, and so on and so forth. But I can tell you this, she is doing the 5 or 50, maybe 75. So she's going to get on an airplane, go to a strange country, and she's not going to take any drugs or anything. It's all over the top. As you do enemas and so on and so forth. I got to tell you this. I give so much credit to this young lady, and the people that have surrounded me to help her get her over here to talk with me. That's the most powerful journey we could ever do. So I thank you and you and you and you and you. But most of my congregation has done it. But I can tell you this. So many people I've tried to help heal, and I can tell you this thing. When working with her, I think I'm always thinking, oh, what if I can't heal this bigger or whatever? It's going to be her journey, your journey, your journey, your journey. Everybody has a journey in this whole process. So my journey is to do everything I can do to bring the forces into the physical body. And bring the forces into the body means I'm going to have to reach out and touch somebody. And if I reach out and touch somebody, you can know how quickly you can be healed. And I'm telling you this thing right now, it is so important for me to understand this with you and you folks. We can heal everybody, because 5 or 50, it makes you got to get to 75, 85, 105, doesn't matter. As long as you don't quit, you keep trying to heal. 5 or 50. She's forgotten.
Pardon?
I forgot the 5 or 50. The 5 or 50.
No?
Didn't?
Oh, yes, you did. That's
5 or 50 is so empowering. So empowering. I was telling him this morning, with Gail and Paul, Dr. Cameron and Gail, Internet, and Patty was here, and I was telling them that every day, without fail, 1 or 2 or 3 times, somebody calls, emails me. I get a lot of emails, trust me, a lot of emails. But they call and they say things like, I was doing a 5 breath meditation, I had a toothache, and the 3rd breath, it was gone. I'm so excited. You're right, you go. I hear it every day in my life. I just heard somebody else cough out here, and she told me, she told Gail or something like that, with the 5 or 50, and it makes my heart dance. I have nothing to dance for. I don't charge anything for. I don't charge anything for the 5 breath. But understand this thing: the simple 5 breath meditation. When you take in a breath, you bring it down through your brain. Now, let me just one time with you. You take it down to your brain, and underneath your brain, your little thing in there is called the pineal gland, and it's under the folds of the brain, up in here, and it's tucked there so safely, and it looks like a pineal cone. And we've got one over here, this big, that's a large pineal gland, but it's just down, like right here, right here. So I'm telling you, right, what we do is we take it into our brain in the first breath, and right about there, you feel it's loading up, and then you take it down to the pineal, it comes down to this journey, and when it comes out, all the gold lights in here. You see it like you bring it into your head, and you think, oh, I can't do that. You can do it. I can do it. You can do it. So anyway, it comes into your head, you down to the pineal, and it comes out a little laser beam of white light. White light? I'm saying, what happened to the gold? And that's where they got me big time. What's wrong with the white? I said, okay. Anyway, it goes down to there, and when it comes into your heart, you can feel it into your heart. And then you feel it come up your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands. It's so empowering. So the breathing, I've been saying this for years on end. I've been teaching healing around the world, Germany, Russia, Taiwan, and so on and so forth, around the world basically. And I'll tell you this, when you can breathe, what I'm talking about right there, you're going to get healed yourself. And what are you talking about? Your physical body. This is the only body we're going to have right now. Maybe we come back and maybe we don't. But well, most of us come back. Well, anyway. I had a little dialogue with myself here. But I understand this whole process. When you get this, I did it to him just a second ago, and he's getting a little drowsy. Not drowsy, but I can see his energies flowing up a little nicely. Did you experience anything? What did you experience?
Just the lights and stuff when I moved here.
The colors?
Yeah.
What colors you see?
Green and orange.
Green and orange. Green and orange. Now, we didn't practice or anything. I reached out and touched it. But understand this thing. It's not my touch, especially. With your touch, we trust the ocean in touch. We know we can all touch this thing right now. So that's the Creator's love. The Creator loves everything about us. We're a spiritual church. Guarantee we're a spiritual church. You know that? As a spiritual church, we've got to know what our spirit's all about. And I understand the Creator better than anything else I could do, because the creative force is the love of life. And we left Flexible, we came here to this airplane. So Peter was saying, what I'm saying, Patty's saying, you've got to keep going. If you go to 5 or 50 and you still haven't got it, you don't quit there. You keep going. You keep going until you get what you want to get from it. And maybe you don't get 100% back. You had my stroke 10, 11 years ago now. 10 years ago. My stroke was a mean stroke, you know? And I'm all right with that whole process. But I'll tell you this, it is the most important thing I ever say to anybody. I'm at 50, 60, 70%. But at 80, 90%, I haven't got to the 90%. I will get to 90% before I get off this airplane. Because I don't want to have to go back to the airplane or back to the creator and tell the creator I didn't do it as well as I could have done. And so send me back because, and I asked to be sent back. You all would ask to be sent back unless you do the 100%. 100% is everything. Not 110, but 100% is 100%. And I'm at 90% right now, and I'm feeling good. Somebody asked me yesterday, I had a private session with somebody here in the church, a private session with Master Carol, and she said, how are you feeling? I said, you know what? I'm 70 years old, I can't remember a time I felt any better than I do right now. That's incredible. 70 years old, I didn't know that, I didn't think I lived to be 70 years old. But I've done it, and that's the key. You can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. I know this. Peter's Zen moments, and what we're talking about right now is perfect. So, what we'll do is healing. We do some massive healings. But we do the healing in-house today. So you come up here and get your healing. And oops. So what we're going to do is we're going to invite 3 people up.
Let's do the prana breath first. Lead the people to do the prana breath first.
You didn't hear it. She said, do the prana breath. Get it right now. She didn't say that. I want to do prana breath with you. 5 prana breaths. And it's really simple. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to do this thing right, put your right hand over top of your crown. Put your left hand over top of that whole process. And take it, the first breath. And take it down and get it when it comes out of that pineal gland and see it light right into your heart. And then start it up your shoulders and down your arms and take it back up to your head. So one breath. Second breath. I take my glasses off because I like to. Second was right in your eyes. Your eyeballs are little brains of their own light. But take them right in here. Take a deep breath. Third breath. Come to your heart. Come to your heart right here. Fourth breath. 4 and 5 already done. Fourth breath. You go to your stomach. Fifth breath. Right down here in the very bottom chakra. Now, for you folks that are going to do healings over here, and you folks out there that are going to be here to do this healing with us, you know, all you got to do is go to the Pacific Ocean. And I know some of you are right here in Honolulu. So come up on the mountain here and do this. But I need 3 people to volunteer.
Yes. I want to share.
Okay.
This is really, really cool. 5 breath meditation, healing meditation keeps on giving. It does. My nose was all about Kahu. I'm just the cutie pig for Kahu to take his healing to the new level. But a couple weeks ago, Danny came for a healing. He's having challenges with his eyes. And I remember in listening, he was sharing that how when he does the eye part, Kahu does that. He sees the eye like a radiator with all the, you know what that, the car radiator?
Cones and rods in your, inside
Yeah.
the eye, the cone and rods. There's a million chromes, and we're talking, there's 10 million rods. And then I see this,
Car radiator. I said, okay, I'm gonna start doing that. And I did. And you know what? It made a difference in my eye. So now every time I put in that energy with these two magic fingers and breathe it into my eye, see that radiator in both my eyes, and I see the white light goes into all those little holes. And you know, it made a great difference. So try it. If you're having problems with your eyes, try it.
it's unvivid.
It keeps them giving. So amazing. Why don't you get that out?
She got it out. Okay. Now, I need 2 people to come up here and get a healing. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Come on, young lady. Now, I'm gonna talk to these people and they're gonna tell me what they want to work with. He will say something and I will listen to it. I'll do it in my head, in my heart, not to my head, in my heart. And when I tell you, when I'm done with it, I'll tell you what I've heard them say. It may not be one word they said. That's all right. Okay, that's fine.
But I'd like to work with my right eye.
Okay, all right.
Keep, while we're waiting, keep trying to breathe in. And prepare to share your loving breath with the people in the front.
Flu, whatever, it's just so fun. Sinuses are still, I have smell and taste still, so I just want to get rid of that pollen.
All right, first man over, Danny. He said to me, he said, Kyle, I normally, he didn't say all this, but he said, normally I pray for my friends in the other countries and he's got a personal friend he's working with for years. And he said today, I want to heal my right eye. That is so empowering because now we've been all, went up there 2 or 3 times, he's been up here healing, and he's always healing this other guy over here and this guy over there. But you can get to his eye right now. So that's what he said. My next friend over here, she's standing in for Melanie. Melanie is the lady I was just telling you about. She's going to be playing right this very time. She's going to go to Mexico and she's going to do these treatments. And she's going to do well. Yeah, she's going to do well. How well? If she can't even say about it, she's going to do really well. Guarantee that. Right? There's my friend over here. She says, I'm a little bit like Peter, except I'm still working through my own. She had a flu or whatever. I'm not sure. Did they ever name it? Did they tell you flu or something like that?
They said bronchitis.
Bronchitis. That's worse than flu. Anyway, it's not worse.
It's the later stages of the flu.
Thank you. So you get. She's saying she's got this whole thing going. Her taste buds are gone, and she's got fog around her. She's looking through the fog, and understand the fog is a serious situation for anybody. Anytime you got fog around your body, you know you need help. So now she's going to get the help she needs. But she couldn't get here. She was so sick she couldn't get here last Sunday or the Sunday before. Well, very sick. I tell you this, she could do this journey right now. So now, what you've got to do, you've got to come up and get up here and heal these people. And what you do, you put a hand on them. You put a hand on them right there on the spot, and you'll know. See, my friend over here said to me a couple days ago, he said that he watches me, if I go out and I lay my hand on somebody, he puts his hand over top. I know that. I can tell you. But he's thinking, he's adding his own life. It's not about my life. He's adding his life to my life, and it's powerful. It can be that powerful. So, by the way, for those of you out there that don't live here, that's it. Because you have a conversation with me, it's about his church eventually. Anyway, you guys come up there. Now, you folks over there, I'm going to put a purple light over top of the church, right straight over here. Purple light. I'm going to put violet light right up over the church, and you come in there. You know where the Pacific Ocean is, and you know where Hawaii is, a little below the journey. You see that purple light, that violet light, and you come down there, go in there, and you come right into these people. And you'll be able to feel what you're going to do if you want to. If you want to, 5 or 50. Right? Please, let's again, heal, music. All right. So now you've got to come up here and do the healing for everybody. That's important. We gonna finish up with this, people? You'll know when you're done. You'll feel it. That's the key. I'm going to add some water to this process, which we blessed before the service today. It's just plain water, but maybe it's not, because really, I touch the third eye, and goes in your third eye, like this. Through your third eye, you go down to 7 trillion cells, awakening everything in the path. So therefore, you be healed. Okay. Back to chairs. You got time one more round if you want to do it. Because you got 3 chairs. 3 chairs up here. And you can do it, you get like, yeah, if you want to. So. Now, while we're waiting for the third person, if we're not, sorry. I noticed she was coming up, you're shaking your hands out a bit. Whoops. I want to tell you this, if you're in a heated chair and somebody's doing something, and they have one hand on you, and you do something on you, you feel it, it's not bad. It's okay. It's totally okay. Because when you hold, and I can feel my own hands quiver. Even when you don't feel them, but I can feel my hands quiver when the energy's going through. It's to me, it's a notification that we're getting a lot of power up here. I saw Barbara working with Daniel one time, and she was doing this, something like this. She was doing it. I don't think you weren't touching them, right? Yeah, right. So, but you had to feel it, because that energy comes off your hand, and you see my hands get red when I'm healing. Well, I'm sure it's not. But I understand this process. It's because I got so much blood flowing in these things. You've got 3 people here. All right. So you've got to go up and do this dream one more time. And I can tell you this. Oh, you guys have to do 3 parts now. Because this is Paul.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to be interesting. You guys better be ready. These 3 have got some stuff. Stuff. My good friend over here, he said he wanted to pray for Milan, which we just did already. Does mean you drop another pounds in there. She's going to Mexico. She's got her mind set. She's going to heal. So we got to back her up on this whole journey, right? And then he said, I guess it gives my own self. I don't want to spend much time on it, but I'm stumbling a little bit right now in my life. So you got to get to his heart, get to his head, get to his chin. Get what you did and put your 5 breaths in this whole process. My next friend in the back here, she said she didn't come here to heal, but she felt that she had a younger, and she said her 3 children. Now, I'm going to stand in front of the camera so you can't see her. When I asked her age or her children, I thought she was say 4, 7, and 8, something like that. The youngest one's how old? 20 years old, the youngest one. Jesus. 3 of them. She wants to send MP. So she knows what she's going to send to her. All she has to get the energy to her. That's so good. And I can tell you, she's a nice lady, and she will take the energy in, and she'll send it out. It'll be perfect. My last friend over here. Oh, jeez. He said, my right, not left, this over here. So I said, okay, left. He said he heard it on a job. He works with his hands. and he was putting this big shelf up there and put it up there. And he told me this morning, it's all better now. But then he realized it's not all better. But understand that he's got the right idea. His mind's working on getting this better. So what are you going to do? You're going to get there and get to this. As many people as possible stop by this farm, because I can tell you what he said at the end. He said, I know my message was, I got to slow it down a little bit, but I don't have to give up. I just got to slow it down and know what I'm doing. Lift the thing right. If it's too much, get somebody to help me. That's it. It's got to be done. Because you rip your arm up, and you'll be back here doing this trick again. And that's all right, but you shouldn't, I can't tell you you can't do it. You shouldn't do anything to hurt this physical body. Because this is the God Creator's body, and it's your body you're dealing with over here, your 550s and everything right here. It belongs to the Creator's love. And you've got to understand, when you're going to go in there and you drill something, and you can't see it, or you can't lift it, you've got to understand, you've got to stop and breathe, chronic breathing, and you'll know what to do next. If it says, don't drill it, don't drill it. Don't put the thing up. Just get yourself some help. 550 is getting help. Great idea. You folks come in here, I'll put a green light up now. Take this one down, put a green light up, because this is going to be a powerful thing, short but powerful. So come in for a minute, come in here. I know some of you get tired of it. Stay with me. Stay with me. Come down this journey right here, and this thing begin. Yeah? All right.
Yeah. Was there a cold there in my shell? Never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. You always walk patiently behind. I was the one before. You were the one before. A beautiful face without a beautiful smile to ease my pain.
Put your energy into the front breath.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be, I can fly higher than eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my
Finish up with these people right now. All right. Now, we run the energies. And understand this, when it touches your body, the third eye, it's going down to your whole body. And as far as you want to take it down to the tips of your toes or anything in between, you will. So. Go back to the chairs now.
Gail, you tell the people on Atlanta to, if they want a healing, to bring their energy in here. And our family here of healers will energize this bowl.
We invite you to come in from any place around the world, England, Oh, speaking of England, I gotta share with you really quickly. I opened my computer this morning briefly, and I had my first donation from England. So, Charles, right? Charles. Now, what I was gonna say is this bowl is set right here every night with a light on it, because it's a little light, but I can tell you, when you go to community, at 11:30 in the evening, at 11:30 every night, Patty, Gail, and myself are around this bowl, not physically, well, I am. As we are. But I can tell you, we're doing the healings, everybody's putting it, so Gail's put a note in the chat room for you guys to fill up a form right now and get it in here, and we'll get it in here in the next day or so. But understand this thing, every night, 365 days a year, we have to do this journey, and that's guaranteed. So if one of my friends over here said something about, you've got certain, is not serious, but you've got some problems you're working through, you should write it, and before you say it, write it, put it in there, because understand, you cannot go wrong. So, anything else? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask you folks to come in, this green light, right down to this bowl.
We have this white satin here, which focuses on this crystal. So,
You know how long we've been doing this thing? It's so beautiful, so crystalline beautiful. How many years laying in this bowl? Kapilani time? Before Kapilani. Maybe
quick.
close. Anyway, I'm sure it was a Kapilani time. This is years and years ago. And we do this because it loves what we're doing. So. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her hand, she can take yours and back, and Paul's going to step up in front of the camera. Don't worry about it, Paul. Step right in front of the camera and take that around the side. And we're going to have to each other's Patty, because this is the truth.
So those of you, our friends on the internet, it's your time to receive. So bring your consciousness into this bowl, and we here within this church, our family, our healing family here in Honolulu will give you some healing light. So what you do is that Master Kira, Kahu Prayer Sterling will start the breathing, and throughout this session we're going to keep on breathing. And when you take your breath and share it with the person, and it's going to go around the room and back into the hole. Okay? Okay, gang. Dee Dee, come in,
Poor Edie. Anyways, so I would be a little music here. Take the first breath. I see people coming in from Africa for some reason. That's beautiful. People coming in from Europe. I'm not sure Danny, but Daniela. I hope it's him because I think they're coming out from Russia. Taiwan, Germany. Oh my God. So one more time. Deep breath. with us today.
Thank you. What I was experiencing here is as we were putting the energy for our friends on the internet, white satin is taking the healing light. And just like a volcano, just also like a mushroom cloud all over the atmosphere and just circled Mother Earth. So,
You know a lot about volcanoes. You got one over here.
so to the people here, my spiritual family that comes here Sundays, twice a month, thank you. We are making a difference.
For those who came last Sunday, you weren't here. I love you.
Thank you.
I close with a prayer right now, if you would.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
She got her business things over here. Oh, God. We're gonna pass the bowl around. When you give. That's all we do.
And we also accept donations during the week. I have our good, my sister here, through another person. She put some money in the bowl. We love that too.
It's still in there.
It doesn't have to be Sunday.
So what we're doing right now, we have a butterfly in here, pure love. But put your money in love, because if you don't put it in love, it's not gonna do much for us. You have to do it in love, pure love. And you out there, get up there with Deirdre and Charles and the other people, and give them $10, a little sticker, a little $10. It's not much, but do it because it's gonna make a real difference to this church. It's our money, your money, it's our money. Because we don't do it, make it our.
And we also receive donations to the mail too. So if you're sending your donation to the mail, we are very, very grateful for that.
Now, your announcements are being.
Yep. You want to do that now?
Yeah, good night. For my prayer.
Okay, next, this coming Wednesday, February 8th, Spiritual Seeker. This is a business.
That's fast.
Yeah. Believe it or not, we're all masters of the questions, A long time ago, Master Carol said, your answer is in the question that you have. So
So ask the question.
ask the question in clarity, and the answer will be there for you.
So you say, I just want to get better. That's all you say? That's all you can say. But I guarantee this, if you go beyond that, what is better for you? And you'll hear your own answer because you are the Creator's love. You're part of the Creator. And if you're Muslim, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, anything, doesn't matter. You know the Creator's there with you. And I can tell you what to say, so empowering when you do this. Your answers in your question.
Okay, and February 15th, that's the day after Valentine's. Don't forget, Valentine's Day. Ask Kahu your communion questions. And then that day, if you guys don't tune in, I'm having a lot of questions about my nose for Kahu.
Don't let her back you off.
Yeah, and February 19th is a long distance healing, so
Right here?
right
With you
here,
guys?
yeah, with your spiritual family, we're consciousness, we're a mastermind of healers wanting you to heal. And that's what we're about here in this church. And February 14th, the Conscious Creator for 2017. a beginning of a new frontier for conscious creators. And I really feel that in my heart, that we are, moving into a new frontier for those of us that takes spirituality seriously. Because everything that we experience is about understanding our creator, light, and the creator within. Because I've had that lesson for the past month because of my nose. So thank you for joining us. Kaku, you gonna?
I'm going to pray with us all now. And you don't have to pay that much to my words. You can get your own words. It's all right. I'm going to pray to the Creator. Creator, I want you to hear these words of love and light. This has been a great service for us all right here in this Honolulu Church of Light. And people coming in from around the world. I know they're coming from around the world. Some's really late at nights or early in the mornings or whatever. But understand this thing God created for us. This journey we're on right now is about healing. All we've done is healing. And if you don't feel good about this, I don't know what you can say. But I can tell you this, we've done some super healings today. I felt myself healed this day. And that's the only thing I can tell you right now. Healing is the only journey we're even on here. So remember the Creator force. The Creator says, we're going to come here to this earth dimension. We're going to live a yin and yang experience. Yin and yang experience. But you know what? You don't have to go to the yang or the yin. Just get it collectively and know what you're going to do and do it right now. Because that's what we're praying for with the Creator. Give us the strength and the power of you into ourselves, and we'll get this job done for everybody around us. God, Creator, we pray this all together in your name. In the name of Master Jesus, Buddha, all the light masters. Amen. Please go in comfort and peace and joy.
What?
Let's go in peace, comfort, and joy. And our being into this whole journey one more time. It's right here from you.
Since February is part of Valentine's Day, we'll all do Hawaii Aloha, and we'll send our love and send it to the land, and send all the love to the land because it's the place of our birth. Wherever you are, because it doesn't matter what land, you're sending it to the land, you're sending it to Mother Earth, and we can do it together. And I understand that there is the words on the website. So if you wanted to sing along at home, please do.
E Hawaii e ku'ole hanawe Ku'uhome ula'ivine Oli ona ina pono lani'o E Hawaii, aloha e hau'oli na o'opio Hawaii e ole Maina ahe makani e kamaine Mau ke aloha no Hawaii Mau ke aloha
Aloha.
Please go in peace, love, and harmony. 3 words, peace, love, and harmony. Make it your week to do it. God bless you, and aloha.
Aloha.